Handheld gaming is an amazing form of entertainment, and guess what? Mario games are also an amazing form of entertainment, which is why the handheld Mario games usually tend to be my go-to ones. But before we had classics like the new Super Mario Bros. And the Mario and Luigi series, we had games like the one that started it all, Super Mario Land. Wait, actually, I messed up there in the last video as I forgot to discuss the Game & Watch games. Okay. The first handheld Mario game was technically Donkey Kong on the Game & Watch, which according to Wikipedia, the most reliable source, the thing sold 8 million units. After this, it was followed by Game & Watch Donkey Kong Jr., then Donkey Kong 2, then Mario Bros. After that, Mario Cement Factory, Mario Bombs Away, Super Mario Bros., Mario the Juggler, and Donkey Kong Hockey. I really hope I'm not missing any, but I didn't say Donkey Kong 3 because that one stars Larry the Bugman, not Mario. So with all that, I guess it makes Super Mario Land the 10th handheld game. God, I was off by a mile. But what do I think about the Game & Watch games? They don't seem bad, they just seem like, well, Game & Watch games. Simple high-score games. Okay, back on the topic. After Mario Land, we got a sequel titled Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins. But the question you probably have is, what do I think? Well, let me talk about it. Super Mario Land 2 is an amazing example of how you build on an already existing foundation. Still a Game Boy game, obviously, but there's just so much more to say about it than being a Game Boy game. The plot of the game is as follows. After the events of Super Mario Land 1, a jealous guy named Wario puts an evil spell over Mario's island he's on vacation at. He ends up taking rule over Mario's castle, turning everyone against him. That's it. That's the plot. Have a nice day. The game is a 2D Mario game with everything Super Mario Land has, but you can tell they definitely learned from the hardware a little bit better here. The sprite art just looks so much more improved on this one compared to Mario Land's funky ass looking sprites. Sprites here, although a little big on the screen, look very nice, but I gotta say it can mess with the performance from time to time, which isn't super distracting, but it did mess up my jumps sometimes. Power-ups also make an improvement here. Instead of just the weird bouncy fire flowers and star, this time we still have those, but we also have a newcomer here too. I said come. The newcomer here is the carrot, which gives Mario bunny ears and can be used to hover a little bit. Think of it as a less good cape from Super Mario World. My favorite part here, though, is easily the worlds. Instead of just basic-ass areas you usually see in Mario games, this time we have worlds like Tree Zone, which is the game's forest world, Space Zone, which is pretty self-explanatory, Micro Zone, which is Mario being shrunk in a house, Pumpkin Zone, which is your standard spooky area, Mario Zone, which puts you inside Mario, which sounds really bad without context, Turtle Zone, a water level, my least favorite area, and finally Mario's castle. Level design here is great too, with each area looking like their select themes on the Game Boy's limited-ass screen. I just really love the fact they're able to make this all work on the Game Boy, but there's one thing that I and everyone else dreads. The screen crunch. This shit brings down the game so damn much, and this is the only real thing I can say didn't age well here, because the game does in fact save instead of throwing you right in like Super Mario Land 1. Like, look how zoomed in the screen is. I said I like the chunky sprites, but when you're playing the game and it feels like the screen is 70% Mario and 30% screen, it's just so goddamn distracting. I can't count how many times I died just because the screen is so zoomed in. Like, Mario Land 1 may have small sprites, but at least you can see shit. I like the bosses. They're not remarkable or anything, but they're very fun and add to the game. I would say my favorite one is the octopus because he's challenging, but not to the degree that made me want to pull my hair out. Okay, fine. I want to complain about one more thing. The 6 golden coins reset every time I get a game over, and it makes me replay all the bosses again. Fuck you, Mar. The game also has an easy mode that I haven't tried. That's cool, I guess. Okay, after you play through all these worlds and get all the coins, you get to fight the final boss, Wario. He's okay, I found him a little easy, and yeah, that's the whole game. Something that I do love despite its flaws, but in my opinion, if you only want to experience it for yourself, I would recommend Super Mario Land 2 Deluxe. It's a ROM hack that adds color and Luigi into the game. Color may not seem like a massive addition, but in all honesty, it adds a lot to the personality of this, especially the worlds. It makes them so much nicer to look at. Because this much Taco Bell green on the Game Boy can sure do a lot to your eyes. This game is the definition of what a handheld Mario game is, and what games came after are equally good. I love the handheld Mario games, many of us do, and I would hope that even with new Super Mario Bros. Existing and being generic, we could get just maybe a new 2D Mario game with this much personality. Come on, Nintendo. Give us a Mario game with a hand-drawn art style. Hello?
Hey, ready? Wanna play a game?
Sure. Alright, so, listen, in this game, you seem to already be getting the hang of it. Okay, in this game, you gotta, jump up there. Good. Jump up there. You're really that bad. Do you wanna play something else? Okay, get out.